Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about the narcissist in the bedroom. Da-da! Okay, let's talk about these narcissists and sex, all right? Here's the thing. There's two ways a narcissist will act when it comes to sex. One way is that the narcissist is very into the sex. They give you great sex. And in some cases, you are just dickmatized by the narcissist. And this is what confuses people because they have such great sex with that narcissist. They are lusting that narcissist so much that they're confusing sex as love, okay? That the lust is actually love, and it's not, because they're not looking at the other aspects of the narcissist, how the narcissist treats them. Is the narcissist good to them? Does the narcissist want to see them happy, or is the narcissist, unavailable, ghosting, makes excuses and everything like that? So you have the narcissist who's, gives you great sex per se, but they're lousy in other areas. In other words, they're cold at other times, except for maybe in the bedroom because they want to get it on. Now, the other thing when we talk about narcissists is that when you deal with a narcissist, it's about sex and it's not about making love. A narcissist is not interested in making love. And why is that? Because in order to make love with somebody, you have to be completely vulnerable to that person and open yourself completely up to them so that, you feel that deep, rooted connection with that person. But when you're with a narcissist, it's basically just, having your thrills and everything like that. But you won't feel that kind of like that you're making love with that person. It's strictly sex, and it's strictly sex with the narcissist as well. A lot of times, narcissists, they're into quick pleasure. Narcissists, they'll have sex with, like people say all the time, a narcissist will have sex with anybody. Well, that's not necessarily true for everybody, but for a lot of them, yeah, that's true. They may not be into somebody, but they may just use them for sex. They may have situationships where they just use people just for sex and they're not into the person. And they mislead these people into thinking they're into them, but they're just using them. They're just, the supply is sex. All right. So when you're dealing with a narcissist and the supply is just sex is what you're going to get. And a lot of times that narcissist is going to give you good sex, all right? Unless the narcissist gets bored with you. Once a narcissist gets it, they could turn ice cold. They could all of a sudden not be into you whatsoever because their cravings have been satisfied. They've already, had the sex with you. They already know what it is. And now guess what? That narcissist starts to get bored with you. And this is why they jump to somebody else as well, because they always need something new and exciting. Remember that, you guys. They want thrills. A narcissist loves excitement. A narcissist loves what's fun and exciting. They're not into putting the work and, working hard for something or a relationship or anything. They feel like, why should I have to do that when I could get fun with different people and I don't have to put the work in, okay? So that's one side of, sex with a narcissist. And then on the other side of the coin, you have the narcissist that may be with you and is using you for other things. Could be for money. It could be for a place to stay. Maybe they are with you because you flatter their ego or something like that. So how is that narcissist going to be with you when it comes to the bedroom and sexually? Well, most times they're really not going to be into the sex. They may make excuses why they, don't want to have sex. They may be quick about having sex because they're not really into it. They're just looking to get off and that's it. So understand this, you got to look at your relationship with somebody and see, what is this person getting out of the relationship? If you're not feeling the love and you can't just hang out with this person and enjoy each other's company and you feel like this person's with you, you have to figure out, what are they with you for? Are they with you for sex, or are they with you because you got a good thing going on and they want a piece of the action? Maybe you're a come up for that narcissist, okay? In other words, they feel like in time you'll invest in a business with them. Maybe they feel they'll move to your house and they'll, start a new life where you live in your city or something like that. Or maybe they just, you're a backup supply, and the narcissist, may have sex with you, but they're not really all into it because, you're not their first choice. So they may be busy with other people having sex. And then when they're with you, they may not be with you, looking to do anything. They may just be falling asleep on your couch. Understand this. A lot of narcissists have secret lives going on. They have other people that they're dealing with, they're talking to, maybe seeing, maybe other situationships, networking, wherever they're going. Their mind is always somewhere else. So, I always tell somebody, you got to look at how somebody is, whether they're into you or not. Of course, everybody's going to be into you in the beginning, but do they consistently want to be into you? Okay. And when you're dealing with a narcissist that's just using you for sex, or they're using you for money, that you may see that, you have decent sex with them in the beginning, but then all of a sudden it wanes. It wanes because they're bored with it, or they were just doing that because they wanted to get something else out of you. Maybe they just wanted to do it because they wanted to see what the sex was with you. It was something new and exciting. Or maybe they were doing it because they were trying to, love bomb you and butter you up because they wanted some kind of financial money gain out of you. All right. Understand this. But basically, narcissists in the end are cold and unaffectionate. A narcissist will have sex with you and then roll over and not even want to put their arm out to you. They're cold, okay? They're very cold. The only time a narcissist will, continually be warm with you is because they're trying to seek out something that you have. So they're putting on the act to be exceptionally affectionate and everything like that. But you have to understand, that won't last because they can't keep up the act. Listen to me when I tell you this. I've seen it time and time again. A narcissist gets tired of having to put on the act and their mask starts slipping. I say it usually slips between 3 and 6 months. And then the narcissist, they get into this rhythm of how they really are, and they start to see things that they don't like about you. Okay. That's why I always tell people, you know what? You really don't know somebody in like 3 months. You don't know jack shit about somebody in 3 months. Believe me when I tell you, all right? You don't know somebody even in 6 months to a year. It takes years to really watch somebody and see their pattern, to see what they're about and everything like that. So when you deal with somebody and you say to yourself, well, they're so cold and everything like that, like everything was wonderful. We used to have such great sex. And now it's like they seem like they're not even into it or something like that. Well, it's like this. If they're not into you, you can trust and believe they're into somebody else, all right? When they're running cold with you, they're running hot with somebody else, okay? So that's why you're not seeing that affection, that attention, because they got something else going on, or they became bored with you. Now they got you. Once a narcissist has you, it's, downhill from there. They don't have to work at anything. And people say all the time, well, how can I get that intimacy back and everything? The only way you're going to get that intimacy back with that narcissist is if you have something that they really want, okay? Then maybe the narcissist will work, but it's not coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of, transactional. They want something out of you, so they're going to try to please you sexually to try to butter you up. They love bomb you with sex as well, because they know some people, they love great sex, and the narcissist is going to lay on that sex. They're going to lay it down because they want you to be sweating them. They want to know that they got you in their pocket and that they can come to you and ask you for anything. Can you loan me money? They can come to you when their other supply, their number one supply, is not around or unavailable. And guess what? You're always available because you're sweating them or something like this. So the thing is, you will never, ever be close and intimate with a narcissist in the bedroom, okay? And especially, oh my God, especially a covert narcissist. A covert narcissist always has a wall up. With them, when you have sex with a covert narcissist, it's like mechanical, okay? It's not passionate. Covert narcissists don't have passion, all right? If you seem to think like you had passion with that covert narcissist in the beginning, that's because it was in the beginning, and that's because they were trying to love bomb you and get something out of you, whether it was sex, money, ego, or something. So it wasn't genuine, because as the relationship goes on, you're going to see that covert narcissist is going to become colder and colder and colder, and they're going to make excuses why they don't want to have sex with you. You're going to feel like you're living with a roommate, okay? You're going to be living in a house with them, and you're going to be falling asleep, and they're going to be on their phone telling you they're playing games on their phone when they're really inboxing other people, all right? This is how shifty and snaky they are. But when you deal with a covert narcissist and you bring it up to them and you say, when you start to feel like, you know what, this person, they don't seem like they're really into me. Is it me or something like that? And you bring it up to that covert narcissist is not going to be transparent with you and say like, well, I'm not into you, or I'm talking to somebody else. They're not going to tell you jack shit, all right? They're going to say, no, everything's all right. Everything's fine. I'm just tired from working. Oh, it was a long day. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have a project coming up. Nobody has more excuses than a covert narcissist who's trying to get out of something. But you've got to trust your gut and say, you know what? This is not normal. If they're sitting there and they're telling me one thing and they're doing another, they're telling me how much they love me. They're telling me they love me unconditionally and all that bullshit, okay, that they throw out. Well, then why aren't they showing it to you in the bedroom? Why are they not killing themselves to be with you? Why are they taking or leaving whether they see you? Because you know what? That's who they really are. Because if somebody really wants to be with you, they're going to find a way. They're going to move mountains. They're going to make time to be with you. And with a covert narcissist or a narcissist that you deal with, they're going to make excuses, all right? Because they're going to get turned off. See, this is the thing about a narcissist and sex. Narcissists constantly get turned off, all right? In other words, they may have sex with you the first time and yeah, it was great and everything like that. But each time you have sex with them, they're going to get more and more bored. A narcissist is never satisfied, you guys. You got to fly that flag and say, forget it. There's nothing I can do to satisfy this person, because they're always going to find little things that they don't like about me. And what a narcissist will do, because a lot of narcissists are freaks, what they'll do is they're going to want to make you come out of your comfort zone to do things that you're not comfortable with. A lot of them will ask you to do threesomes. A lot of them will want to do some kind of freaky stuff with you and stuff that you may not be comfortable with. And why do they want to do these things? Because they're always looking for a thrill, okay? They don't want to be fucking bored. So this is what it is, okay? And if you're not that type of person that's freaky and wants to always try to do new things and everything like that, they're going to get bored and they're going to just move on to somebody else. Or if they're not into freaky things, they're just going to get bored with the same old sex with you. So you're not going to feel that intimacy. And no matter how you have sex with this person or whatever, you may feel like you're connecting and, oh, no, it wasn't just sex. We were really making love and everything like that. Trust me when I tell you, to the narcissist, and especially the covert narcissist, they were not letting themselves go to you. They may have pretended that they were all in and all in on you, okay? And they let themselves go and they made love to you. But I guarantee you they were holding back, okay? Why? Because a covert narcissist is afraid to let go and be completely vulnerable. They're afraid of getting hurt. It all stems from basically their childhood, okay? Part of it is their genetics, and, their makeup and their environmental factor, whether they were from a toxic home or, they were the golden child or whatever it could have been. But the fact is, they felt like they never had control. So they're not going to give you that control over them. And why is that? Because they just don't trust, okay? Believe me when I tell you, I've seen so many covert narcissists in my life. I've been around them my whole fucking life. I know them like the back of my hand, all right? And I'm telling you, a covert narcissist doesn't trust. It's like somebody said, I heard somebody say something like, well, once the narcissist finds out that you know that they cheated, then the narcissist will never trust you. Well, I got news for you. That narcissist never trusted you even before they cheated on you. And that was one of the reasons that they cheated on you, because they don't trust you. And this is why they'll cheat ahead of you, because they want to have one up on you so that they never get shunned and feel like, oh my gosh, you cheated on them. You got over on them. They always got to cover themselves and feel like they got over on you just in case you go out and you're cheating. Because deep down, they saw things that they didn't like, maybe growing up. Maybe they had, female or male family members that were always cheating. Maybe their father was always cheating. Maybe their mother was always cheating. So they don't trust men. They don't trust women. And guess what? They're going to not trust you, all right? What makes you think you're going to change them? You're not going to change the way they've developed themselves into this adult human being. Not going to happen. They're going to pretend that, they trust you and everything like that, but deep down, they don't, you guys. They don't. And that's why they do what they do, all right? So the point I'm trying to make in all this is you will never, ever have that closeness when you're dealing with that covert narcissist, okay? Like I said, it'll be routine. It will be like just generalized sex here or there, the way they do it and everything like that, like just to say, oh, I got it in or something, okay? Or to shut you up and everything like that. But a lot of times they're going to make excuses, when they start to get bored with it, or if they're busy talking to another supply or seeing another supply on the side, you're going to see that sex diminish, all right? And then maybe become non-existent. And we had somebody in our group, one of our groups, that, her fiance wasn't having sex with her for 7 months. And we all told her, he's doing it with somebody, okay? And she's like, oh, no, I talk to him all the time. No. And sure enough, he was, okay? So, it's not what comes out of somebody's mouth. How many times do I got to say this, you guys? It's not what comes out of somebody's mouth. It's what they show you. So you got to go by your gut, what you feel. And it's not about how you feel the first 3 months with that person, because they're at their best the first 3 months. That is the best that you're going to see that person is the first 3 months. And then as time goes by, they can't keep the act up. And then you're going to really see how they feel. And when it really starts to plummet, the relationship, and it starts to go downhill, and this is when they start to, criticize, judge you, put you down, smear you, and everything like that, that's when you're really going to see what they think about you, is when it's at the point of discarding. Either they're going to discard you, or they're going to put you in a position where you do a reverse discard, where you're disgusted because they show you indifference, like they don't care, and you're going to get rid of them, all right? This is what happens. But the bottom line is, it's like I said, the sex, if you do have great sex with that narcissist, it's not going to last, all right? But people just remember the sex from the beginning, and this is what they hold on to. And some people are actually trauma bonded to the fucking sex. They think about the great sex that they had with that narcissist, and they're, equating it to love. Oh, I love them. Oh, I love them. But what they're loving is they're loving being in the bed and having sex with them. They love the sex, but there isn't the intimacy there. That's the difference, okay? So, you got to be on point and understand that just because you have sex with somebody and it's good, it doesn't mean it's going to stay good. And it doesn't mean that they're into you. They're just getting sex off you, okay? This is what they want. Because if it was real, it would stay real, okay? It wouldn't start to diminish after time. It wouldn't go downhill after a time. They'd still be dying to see you. But, if you see that it starts at the top, see, this is the thing with a relationship with a narcissist, or even sex with a narcissist. It starts out great in the beginning, and then it goes downhill, all right? Because the narcissist gets bored and they want something new, or they start to see things they don't like in you. A narcissist will always see things they don't like in you. They'll always get disgusted with something that you do. Maybe it's the way you wash your hair. Maybe it's your personal hygiene. Maybe it's your weight. Maybe it's the way you talk. Maybe it's the way you dress. They're going to find something they don't like, and then they're going to be not wanting to deal with you and not accept you. See, a narcissist will not accept you for you, okay? This is why, being in a relationship with them is miserable, because you can't be yourself. You always got to feel like, I got to act this way. I got to dress this way. I got to be, I got to look like a supermodel to keep them, or something like that, because you're so worried that this person is going to walk away from you if you're not up to par, okay? But you'll never be up to par with a narcissist, because they're always going to find something that they don't like. And they always, their attention span is low. Eventually, they're going to want something else. So that's how it goes, They're either going to, lay it on thick and give you that great sex in the beginning, or you're going to deal with somebody who's after you financially for money and not really want to have sex with you and treat you like a roommate and pretend and say something like, well, there's more to relationships than sex. Anybody who says that to you is with you for your money, okay? Anybody who makes a comment and says, oh, well, there's more to relationships than just sex, all right? That is a person who's not into you and is using you for something else. Because sex and intimacy is very important in a relationship, all right? That means they're really not all into you, and they're not there for the right reasons. They're not there to be intimate with you. They're there to get something out of you financially, or live in your place, or use you for something. So understand that, all right? Go by how you feel and give it time. I hope that helps you. If it did, hit the subscribe button, and you guys, please share the podcast. I would really appreciate it if you could just share the podcast on your social media, either, off Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever, just share it and get the word out, okay? Have a great day. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website, where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio, where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP123. Okay? And have a great day.